Well, hi-ho, everyone, and welcome to another episode of What's Up This Week. This week featuring September the 20th. So, without further ado, let's jump into this thing and find out what's up. We got a pretty good week this week. Let's see what's on tap, starting with this week's graphic novels and collections. Speaking of collections, is the Epic Collection, The Amazing Spider-Man. These are the stories that lead right up to the debut of Carnage. Speaking of Carnage, it's the Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries. Collects issues 1 through 6. There'll be 2 volumes in this set. Batman Nightfall Omnibus Volume 1 has been reprinted. If you're a Nightfall fan from the 90s, check this out. Jock, Batman, One Dark Night, now in softcover. What else do you need to know? Hey, Batman Superman World's Finest Graphic Novel Volume 2 by Mark Waid and Dan Mara. This has been great stuff. Don't pass it up. Batman The Audio Adventures. This is based on a podcast about Batman, I think. A little bit weird to me, but if you dig it, you dig it. Speaking of things you dig, Blue Book. Tynion, The Fourth. Alien Abductions. Buy it. Creepy Volume 2. 1960s horror stories. 1950s war stories from EC Comics, Two-Fisted Tales, Volume 1 in softcover, only $19.99. Guardians of the Galaxy Modern Era Epic Collection by Abnett and Lanning. This is where it all started for the Guardians, folks. The Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing, Volume 1. This is the sequel to the original Joker series by Matthew Rosenberg. Know Your Station. I know nothing about this graphic novel, but it's by a best-selling novelist and a rising artistic star. Another Captain Marvel, this time Monica Rambeau. Photon, used to be Captain Marvel, I'm told. Of course. Sins of Sinister, now in one big, fat hardcover, $75. It's kind of a mini omnibus, I guess. Kurt Vonnegut, the classic, Slaughterhouse 5, now in graphic novel form. Star Wars The High Republic Adventures, The Nameless Terror. I can't say it because it's nameless. Star Wars Bounty Hunters Graphic Novel Volume 6. Bedlam on Bestine. Or is it Bestine? Bestine. Let's go with Bestine. Les Miserables and War and Peace, 2 classic novels, now in duck form. Yeah, I said it. Duck form. The Witcher, not in duck form. The Ballad of Two Wolves. This is Witcher Volume 7. And now on to the comics. Alpha Flight is back. Issue number 2, The Fall of X, falls on and just keeps falling. Fell right into this classic John Byrne homage cover, homaging Alpha Flight number 1, 1981, I think. John Romita Jr.'s Amazing Spider-Man number 34, the penultimate chapter. I just like saying penultimate. And here it is in a Patrick Gleason 1 in 25 variant. Only $20 at Up and Away. Antarctica number 3. From Top Cow and Image. I don't know anything about that book. I have not read it. A book I have read and loved, Batman Superman World's Finest number 19. The origin of the World's Finest team concludes with this wacky Nick Cage Batman Superman mashup costume cover. What the what? Sean Murphy's Batman and the White Knight presents Generation Joker. Also in a Mirka Andolfo variant form. That's a pretty cool cover. I dig that. Something I don't dig, Mark Millar. And here's his big Mark Millar universe crossover book, Big Game. Not a fan of Mark Millar personally. Black Myth, The Key to His Heart number 4 from Ahoy Comics. Jeff Lemire. Never pass up a Jeff Lemire book because they're always fantastic. Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino on Bone Orchard Tenement. My nemesis, J. Michael Straczynski on Captain America. I really am sorry that he's back. But I'm not sorry Frank Miller's back. Some of these covers have been wacky. Some of them have been pretty terrific. I don't mind this one at all. Gary Frank, always solid. I thought he was carrying hamburgers for a minute there. The legendary George Perez. I'd love to know where Marvel is getting all of this George Perez artwork that we've never seen before for these very cool covers. But it's cool that they're printing them. John Romita Jr. variant. Man, there's a guy we're going to do a podcast on because so many people hate him and we need to talk about why. Olivier Coipel. No, that's Michael Cho. Sorry, I was reading the next slide. Wow. There's Olivier Coipel and his variant. Hope you didn't miss that Michael Cho variant a second ago. On to the next thing. Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War. Chapter 3. It's in Catwoman 57 this week. And a cool Tirso Cons variant. I thought this was Amy Reeder at first. Tirso Cons. And Sway Swaby. Say that 5 times fast. I can't even say 5 times fast. Ryan Gonzalez 1 in 25 variant. I thought this was a Rose Besh variant for a second there. Very similar color palette. Cult of Carnage Misery number 5. A fight against madness. And who doesn't want to fight against madness? Mad Hatter, maybe. I don't know. Cyborg number 3. New villain debut, Atlas from the animated series. Dark Gathering Volume 3 manga. Kaitaro and his childhood friend Iko are officially an item. Dark X-Men number 2, The Fall of X, keeps on falling. What else can we say about that? I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this Lee variant. Ji Hyung? I probably screwed that up. I apologize. Salvador Larroca on this variant of Dark X-Men number 2. And Rob Liefeld, Soldiers On with Deadpool Badder Blood number 4, featuring badder art than before or than someone else. I don't know. Death of the Venomverse number 4, Carnage Unleashed. Complete with a Gabriel Dell'Otto variant. He's still unleashed, folks. Put him back on the leash. Somebody who deserves to be on a leash, the Penguin, makes his debut in Detective Comics number 58 in this fantastic facsimile edition. One of the most underrated Disney movies ever, Hercules. Disney Villains Hades number 2. Loving this book. The Francesco Tomaselli variant. I think the caption on that one was wrong. We'll go back and fix it in post. DRCL Midnight Children, Volume 1. Dune, House Harkonnen. House Harkonnen number 9. Earth Divers number 10. This is where our story really begins, or so the caption says. Hey, it's Jeff Lemire again with the second issue of Fish Flies. Do not pass up a Jeff Lemire book. It's the law. Complete with creepy Kelly Jones variant. Yeah, that's what that is. Creepy and Kelly Jones. The Forged, number 4. New story arc by the always enjoyable Greg Rucka. Frank Miller's Ronin, Book 2, number 4. Now you get to see Frank Miller's layouts for this issue in the back of the book. And a great wraparound cover. Disney's Gargoyles, Dark Ages, number 3. Includes a new text story from the writer of the comic, Greg Weisman. Philip Kennedy Johnson on John Stewart in Green Lantern War Journal. Ooh, a glow-in-the-dark cover. That's pretty cool. I like glow-in-the-dark covers. And I like Philip Kennedy Johnson. And I like saying Green Lantern. Or Green Horns in this case. Stranger Things meets Yellowstone. That's a wacky mashup. Speaking of wacky, Grimm. This has been a great book. I've been enjoying the heck out of this. Grimm number 13, Lucky number 13, and a creepy Reaper variant. And then a 1 in 10 black and white and red version of that variant. Our 1 in 10 variants are only $7, folks. How do you go wrong? It's time for the origin of Grootfall. I don't know what that is. Grootfall, I have not been reading Guardians of the Galaxy. But you get Howard the Duck by Peach Momoko in this here Peach Momoko variant, Guardians of the Galaxy number 6. Gunslinger Spawn number 24. I'm not reading all of that. That's why I typed it. Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Red are terrific Cliff Chang cover. I'm a big Cliff Chang fan. And a Mirka Andolfo variant. Struck me as a little Peach Momoko-esque or ish. Haunt You to the End. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to haunt you to the end. I don't know why. Hawkgirl. In the Claws of the Court of Owls. That never ends well. I am digging that we have a Hawkgirl book. I like this book a lot. A Derek Chu variant. Not my favorite Derek Chu cover, I'm not going to lie. This cover here for Hispanic Heritage Month by Lobos. I do love that cover. I think that's terrific. I love Hawkgirl's costume. I think she's a cool character. Hayate, the Combat Butler. I don't know. Life's a Beach. I don't have to say that word. Hayate. Hexagon Bridge number 1. Miniseries premiere by Richard Blake. Written and drawn by Richard Blake. Hitomi-chan is Shy with Strangers Volume 6. It's a post-date disaster, much like my work on this presentation. In Hell We Fight number 4. Life in Hell ain't no walk in the park. Insomniacs After School Volume 3. Summer is swiftly approaching for sleepless high schoolers Mikami and Magari. Alright, here we go. Jack Kirby's Star Warriors. This is like nothing you've ever seen before, and it's just as cool as it can be. Check it out. Kaya, number 11. The epic conclusion to the storyline Kaya in the Poison Lands. Not the conclusion of the series. The series will be soldiering on. This is just the conclusion to this particular story. Don't panic, folks. Kid Slapshot versus the Lunatic. Hey, look, another Spider-Man 300 homage. Haven't seen that before. Click, click, boom. Number 4. Speaking of number 4s, it's Loki number 4. Guest starring Bullseye. I doubt they have a lunch date planned. Magical Girl Incident Volume 2. Sakura Hiromi was your average office worker until the day he saved a girl from a monster and transformed into a girl. That's weird. I gotta read these captions faster, folks. Like Miruko-chan, I'm trying. I'm really trying. Monomyth number 5. An all-new miniseries from the mind of David Hazan. Nightwing goes nautical in issue 106. If you're not reading Tom Taylor's Nightwing, what's wrong with you? You should be. It's fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, Dan Mora drops a little variant on us for Nightwing 106. Scott Snyder's Noctera number 16 already. Man, has it been 16 issues? That was fast. The epic conclusion to No Breaks. One Punch Man volume 26. I'll let you read the caption so I don't have to. We can take a drink. Pocket Peaches graphic novel, great for young readers. I'm told this is also uses a dyslexic-friendly font, which is terrific. Predator versus Wolverine number 1. Way too many claws in this book, but let's see what happens. Here's a Predator homage cover based on Todd McFarlane's classic Incredible Hulk cover. And here's a Wolverine homage based on Todd McFarlane's classic Incredible Hulk cover. There, I did it, ish. Rare Flavors number 1. Fans of Anthony Bourdain should check out this book by Ram V. And also check out this Fabio Moon variant. If you don't like that one, check out this Anand RK variant. It's a 1 in 10 variant. Again, folks, only $7. Here is a virgin variant of the cover A, an unlockable variant, only $15. Red Sonja, that is a Josh Middleton cover, I think. Red Sonja number 3. Rom Space Knight. Believe it or not, that's a Frank Miller cover. Facsimile edition, $4.99 or $14 for the foil version. Rumpus Room by Mark Russell, the underrated Mark Russell. Wrote the Flintstones several years ago, believe it or not, and it was fantastic. If you never checked out Mark Russell's work, here's your chance on AWA's Rumpus Room, issue number 1. Mark Russell never disappoints, except when he tries to be an artist, like this cover right here, drawn by Mark Russell himself. And that's right, the writer, Mark Russell. There it is, Brian K. Vaughan, Fiona Staples. Saga is back finally, issue 66. What else do you need to know from me about that book? Sirens of the City number 3. Something is killing the children, number 33. Either all the children are going to end up dead or we're going to find this killer. Hope it's soon. Here's a Christian War variant. Very, very cool. For Something is Killing, number 33. Here's a Last Call Reveal variant. No, I do not know the artist on that one. I apologize. Here is a Last Call Reveal Ultraviolet variant. Yeah, Ultraviolet. And an unlockable variant for Something is Killing the Children, only $15. Something that'll cost you a lot less than $15. Spawn number 345. McFarlane is nowhere to be found on Spawn anymore, but here it is. Spine-tingling Spider-Man from last week. This is a Peach Momoko variant that didn't make it out in time last week, I guess. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 38. The Dark Droids storyline keeps droiding on. And Chris Sprouse, one of our favorites, doing what Chris Sprouse do. Another one of his classic covers. Star Wars Dark Droids D-Squad number 1. Straight from the Clone Wars, the D-Squad is back. And in action figure cover form by John Tyler Christopher, of course. Steel Siege number 3 from BQ Comics. And that's all I know about that book right there. That's it. Strange Academy Moon Knight number 1. This is going to be fun. This is a 3-part story. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Got a great Humberto Ramos cover. It's a cover price variant. And speaking of Stranger Things, it's Stranger Things. Tales from Hawkins number 4 by Jody Hauser. And new story arc, The Chained, starts here in issue number 6 of Superman by Joshua Williamson. Complete with Rose Besh variants. I've been mentioning it before. I love these Rose Besh covers. I think they're fantastic. And I love me some acetate covers. I'm assuming we'll see Superman's costume under this acetate cover. I think the art they give us doesn't quite show you the gag. Turtles number 143. It's out this week from IDW. 143. We've got some Turtles back issues getting installed soon. And Turtles Stranger Things number 3. Enter the Upside Down. Man, Stranger Things is everywhere this week. Terror War from Saladin Ahmad, writer on the new Daredevil book. All right, Time Before Time. Wasn't that the movie from America's Sweethearts? John Cusack. Titans. Let's move on. Brother Eternity, the newest leader of the Church of Blood. Where's Brother Blood? Yeah, it's Wally West. Looks like Jimmy Olsen. But by Jen Bartel. Traveling to Mars. Who hasn't wanted to do that? Travel to Mars. By Mark Russell, the aforementioned Mark Russell. The aforementioned underrated Mark Russell. You should be checking out Traveling to Mars. And the fall of X, it just can't stop itself. It just keeps falling and can't get up. Uncanny Avengers number 2. With this Brian Hitch 60th anniversary Avengers variant. Not a big Brian Hitch fan personally. If you are, cool. Uncanny Spider-Man starring Kurt Wagner, the Nightcrawler as Spider-Man. I'm curious about all of that. I'm going to have to pick this one up just to see what the heck is going on here with Kurt Wagner. Wagner. Say it however you want. It's a great Lee Garbett cover. And, of course, the obligatory, but always enjoyable, Scotty Young cover. The final volume. It's just a 2-volume set. Until I Love, The Journey of a Non-Binary Manga Artist. Codename Castle. Not sure the reference there. Vigil number 5, Codename Castle. The Walking Dead continues its run in full color form with issue 71. There's the original Charlie Adler cover. The Walking Dead Deluxe number 71. What If Dark Carnage? Or is it What If Dark Carnage? I don't know how to read that. What if Cortland Cassidy became Carnage? And the always enjoyable Nick Bradshaw homage variant. It's fantastic. Thanks, Nick. And Wilds and number 4. This is the Franny homage variant. Not sure what we're homaging there, but Wolverine number 37. Lionel Francis Yu cover. We're still falling, folks. Falling hard. I'm falling hard for this Greg Capullo variant. Yeah, that's right. Greg Capullo drawing covers for Marvel these days. Wolverine was the gig he was going to get. Instead, he took the gig of Batman. Speaking of Batman, Tom King's Batman. Batman's Tom King comes to Paradise Island with Wonder Woman number 1, also known as Wonder Woman number 801. The Art Germ variant. Very excited for this book. Very excited to have Tom King on Wonder Woman. I hope he sticks around for a long, long time. Can't wait. This book, by the way, is our patented pick of the week. Yeah, Rose Besh, back again with another fantastic cover. Wonder Woman number 1 is this week's pick of the week. Can't wait to read what Tom King has in store for Diana Prince. Chris Bacallo, one of my all-time favorites. Chris Bacallo variant right here. Very excited to have him working on DC again after all of these years. Matteo Scalera on a 1 in 25 variant. It's only $20, folks. Or the Mikel Janine 1 in 50 variant. It's only $40. You can't beat those prices. I believe this is it. This is our last slide. Contest of Chaos. X-Men Annual 2023. And hey, for those of you attending the Cincinnati Comic Expo this weekend, bring your badge in. Show us your badge. Get a couple of free comics on us. Come see us for all of the details. But we know you're going to the expo. You might as well benefit from it. Here it is. Check us out on the YouTube and the Facebook at those addresses right there. I'm your host, Homer J. Simpson. We will talk to you next week.